I'd like to welcome
Hold
everyone.
on, almost. Okay, now you're set.
Okay, I'd like to welcome everyone to Wednesday, February 3rd, 2021 Economic Development Meeting. I'd like to call it to order. James, I do not have a attendance list with me.
I do have one. I pulled it up on my screen. I pulled up my desktop, so we'll be good.
Okay.
So we're in Pledge of Allegiance.
Let's all stand for the pledge, or say the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please, James.
All right. Commissioner Ancona, absent. Commissioner Davey.
Excused. Here.
Commissioner Havens.
Here.
Commissioner Marsden.
He's on mute.
No, he's not muted. His mic is live, but he is here.
Here.
Commissioner.
Did you say Marsden?
Yes.
I'm here.
Commissioner Nagel.
Here.
Commissioner Payne, absent.
Excused.
Excused. Commissioner Ryu.
Here.
Commissioner Slater.
Here.
Commissioner Stam. Absent. And Commissioner Woods. Absent. So you
And
have.
Commissioner Fernando Rosa.
Why do I not see him listed here? He should be. Correct, Commissioner Rosa. It's hard reading two desktops. So let's see. You have 4 alternates. I think we still have a vacant there, and we don't. So everybody's a regular member, so you have a quorum.
Okay. Approval of the meeting minutes from December 2nd, 2020. Could I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second,
Third.
Dave Marsden seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Passed. Okay. Any public participation?
Doesn't look like anybody's here.
No public in attendance.
Okay. The chamber report. I did not attend the chamber meeting in January because it was for their executive board and they were discussing information above my pay grade, as I like to say. So next month I will have a report of new members for the chamber and anything they discussed in the February meeting. Thank you. Old business. I know we spoke about the Facebook page, and I, with the holidays, kind of dropped the ball with inviting friends to the page that Dana started. Did anyone invite anyone?
Yep, people did invite people, but we haven't been posting anything to it yet. Anyways, it's still, under construction. I have
Okay.
a few ideas. There was a lot of questions going out on both Wynn and Newington Strong about 712 Cedar and the hotel that's proposed. So I thought maybe if we could post some information there on the developer and whatnot, it might put some people's minds at ease or raise more questions one way or the other.
Okay.
Thoughts?
I know, Keith, you spoke at the 7 a.m. about the hotel, or was that something I misheard?
No, I can fill you in a little bit about the hotel if you'd like.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let me read you right out verbatim. The request that came, or that's going through the Planning and Zoning Commission right now is the developers want to develop a extended stay hotel that will have about 122 rooms. It'll be it'll take about 13 months to build it. They'll spend about 10 to 11 million dollars on it, and that will generate a sizable sum of money, almost to excuse me, just reading here. Yeah, about $200,000 in real estate tax for us. There is a tax abatement that's been arranged with the developer. And it's a company that's called Gold Coast, I think Gold Coast Premier. And I did send Dana, I don't know if you can put that up or not. I don't know how.
I can't. James, if I email it to you, can you?
What are we looking at? Is that the same thing we showed to council, Keith?
Yes. Yeah, well,
Okay.
yes. It is.
Give me a moment. I can pull that right up from my file.
So it's in planning and zoning's corner right now. The council has already approved a tax abatement if the development goes forward. It'll be just west of or just east of the Mercury Oil, the gas station on the corner of Fenn Road and Cedar, and it'll be just west of the National Welding site that's being purchased right now by another company out of Texas, the Anthony Properties. So that corner down there is getting very active. The issue of the hotel itself, it's going to be 3 to 4 stories. Okay, this is coming up. This is the type of hotel. This is the same company. They have a number of them throughout the whole country. So what you see there is a mock-up of what may end up being developed, depending on how they lay out the structure, how it fits into the land that they're purchasing from Hayes. So if you want to scroll down, you have any more photographs, James? I don't know what that must be, the lobby or something. Now these are all over. This is in Miami Beach, this particular one, so it's a little bit different furnishings and colors that we would have in Connecticut, certainly. Further down, James. Yeah, so you can see they have different, this one at the top right here is one that they submitted, I believe, to planning and zoning, or very similar to it, would have that same type of a look. But again, if you continue down, James, there's a couple of other, and these are all that are owned by the same company, and they want to expand into Connecticut. And I believe we would be the first one in Connecticut. But they have others in Florida and North Carolina, South Carolina, Rhode Island, and now they want to get into Connecticut. So it's a pretty big company. And it'll be a compliment to the town of Newington. We don't have anything like this in our town. It's an extended stay, which means that if you're a professor over at, we'll say, Central Connecticut State University, and you're here for 3 months sabbatical or whatever for teaching purposes, then you may stay in one of these types of arrangements rather than renting an apartment for a year and then end up having it go vacant for 9 months. It can be used by the parents of the students at Central if there's activities going on. So it's designed to be for one night or for weeks at a time, or even months at a time.
How many rooms are we supposed to be getting?
122 approximately.
Is there a
Are
restaurant
they
in there
looking
too?
at doing like long-term stay, or is it
It's an extended stay. It's not going to be for permanent residency.
Okay.
It'll be just for long-term. For, like I said, if a professor comes to Central for 3 months, they may occupy this space, and I'm sure that this company will have special arrangements for the teaching staff at Central.
I
Is
believe this will be similar to the extended stay hotel properties that La Quinta is part of. I've done dealings with this management company in a previous job. And they are extended stays. They can do 1-2 nights, or like Keith was saying, months, weeks.
Keith,
Thank you.
there was some chatter about this on Facebook and in several sites. Several people were concerned that it would turn into housing, that the state would put people there permanently or even semi-permanently. And what guarantee do we have that it wouldn't turn into apartments as opposed to just hotel rooms?
I mean, it's privately owned. We have no control over that end of the business. I think that if this company wants to be successful and profitable, they're going to serve the market as necessary. Let me just say that if someone's home burned down in or around Newington and they needed a place to stay for that home to get rebuilt, they may stay there for several months. It is not intended to be permanent for any families to live there and attend schools and so forth. It's more temporary in nature.
Thank you.
Keith, there's a couple of
Not only
questions.
that, but the cost of renting there for a month is prohibitive to most people.
Yeah, I would say that if you just base this occupancy on $100 a day, that's $3,000 a month. Now, they're probably going to give discounts to like the professors at the college and so forth, but this is not going to be an inexpensive place to reside whatsoever.
Keith, is this going to be like a residence inn where they would have a little kitchenette?
Yes,
That I can't say. I don't know.
I'm familiar with the,
Yeah,
trying to
yeah, I
raise
think-
my hand here.
Yeah, because it reminds me more of a residence inn that it can be, or a La Quinta, like you said. And is there going to be a restaurant in this place?
Again, I don't believe that has been worked out yet. I think that's part of what they have to look at to determine what's going to make more economical sense for them. I have not heard that there's going to be a restaurant that's going to be, a public type restaurant. It may be a kitchenette type arrangement where they'll have breakfast or something for the people staying at the facility, but I don't think it's going to be open to the public in that regard.
And is there going to be another set of lights over there?
They're going to be using primarily to go out of that. There's two ways I believe that they're going to be able to move. If they want to come in, if you're coming from center Newington going to New Britain, there may be a way to get in. There's a road that's already there that services the Starbucks off of Cedar Street. That road will probably remain, but it'll only be a right turn in, a right turn out. There will not be a left turn onto Cedar Street. They'll be using Meyer Cohen Way primarily as the main access to the property.
Oh, okay. Boy,
And
that's
that
gonna-
is a signalized intersection at Fenn and Meyer Cohen.
It's busy over there anyways with the Stop and Shop.
Yeah, this part of Newington is really taken off and it's going to be, there's a lot of activity going on over there right now in a very positive way for the town. So it's been sleeping for many years and now all of a sudden there's a lot of interest in it.
Keith, based upon the presentation that they showed us here, I would say that the closest representation is this upper picture. Because if you remember when they showed it to us at council, that entry area,
Yeah, that's true.
that would be a perfect representation of how they're looking to do it.
I know that the developers, both on the National Welding site and on this site are also in communication. So hopefully they'll be working together on building both sites.
Oh, and that's something too. People seem to be getting confused whether this is the National Welding site or not, and it's not, correct?
No, this is the old, I believe, the old auto parts store piece.
Okay.
It's next to National Welding.
Okay.
It butts it, but it is not part of the National Welding piece.
Okay.
Is it closer to the gas station?
It's between the gas station and the National Welding site.
Okay.
James, can you put that street map back up? James? There it is. Okay, so where you're looking, okay, that's the gas station that's being pointed to right now. Now, the hotel is going to be just to the east of that, where that little, yes, where that area right there. And then further east will be is the National Welding site. Everybody get their bearings on this?
Yes, thank you.
Anything else you'd like to know?
No, thank
Is
you.
that like to ask where the entrance is
I'm
going
sorry?
to be? Where would the entrance be? On
The-
Fenn Road or
again-
on Cedar Street?
The Cedar Street will only be a right turn in and a right turn out. The primary entrance and exit will be off of Meyer Cone Way. And that's that road up to the north. And that'll serve National Welding site and the hotel site.
I mean, that little driveway they've got there, that's going to be the major road going in and out of the,
The roadway that's
hotel?
built, if you go behind Starbucks, right now, there's a road that goes from Starbucks over to
Yeah.
Cedar Street. That'll
Right.
be improved, and that'll be a access way in from Cedar Street if you're taking a right into Cedar Street, and a right going out of Cedar Street. But the primary entrance will be Myra Cohen Way, which leads down to the busway.
Does Central have anything to do with this, or is just a contractor looking to get possible business from Central?
They're not connected in any way. They may have had conversations, but this is not at all a Central Connecticut State University project, no. Any other questions?
Any other questions for Keith?
Thank you for your explanation. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for having me, and we're really looking forward to this. This is a big event. It's about a 10 or $11 million project, and we haven't seen one of those in a long time in this town. And if everything goes with National Welding, and then I know that Rich Hayes is looking at further development on his properties between Starbucks and the gas station. It'll be pretty exciting in the next year and a half.
Do you have a list of any of the businesses that closed, Keith, before you go?
That have closed
Yeah,
throughout the town?
I'd rather
Yes.
hear what's open.
I'm sorry?
So I'd rather hear what opened.
yeah, well,
I don't have a list of the businesses that have closed. Part of the problem that I have where I'm not used to it when I was town manager before, I used to go out every Monday and call on at least 4 or 5 businesses. But because of COVID now, I haven't gone out to any businesses because it's just not conducive to anyone's health to be visiting. So I don't have a handle per se on how many or what businesses have closed. I know that, we see vacancies occurring, but surprisingly, I'll give you an example, the Keebler building off of Fenn Road, one of the nicest buildings off of Fenn Road. Keebler Cookie used to be there, that they vacated. And now we've just learned that there's a new occupant going in there. So even though things are bad right now for, because of COVID-19, in some cases, we know we have interest at 697 Cedar Street across from these. buildings that are being proposed where the old lumber mill was, I guess, years ago. There's 2 buildings over there. There's an active buyer looking to purchase, and there's an active seller looking to sell. So that may happen in the short term. We're still looking at the top of the mountain where Frisbee had posed. We'd like to see something get going up there. I've met with him several times. What he had originally proposed, we'd love to see whether that comes about. It's all about the economics of it. But going back to your question, as far as businesses that have closed, I do not have a specific count or name or number on those, no.
And Bob stayed open.
I'm sorry?
Bob stores wound up making arrangements so they're open.
Yeah, you're getting cut off, or maybe where I am, but can you repeat again?
Bob stores
Bob.
stayed open, correct?
Yeah, Bob's, from what I understand, they've worked out an arrangement and they are staying where they are, which is good news. We're still looking at the center of town with the Keeney property and the old food store. I know there's lookers, but there's no confirmed deals yet.
How about the old Bonefish property?
Yeah, but, we met with the potential buyer of that property, or leasee, however they're going to do it. And that, my belief is that there's a plan for that to be announcing an opening fairly soon. I haven't talked recently to the new occupants, but the last I heard, it was still moving forward. They were still trying to negotiate with the property owner, because I guess Bonefish still has the lease on the property. So there's a third party situation going on here. But the last I heard, I haven't heard anything different, is that Bonefish is going forward with a new restaurant. Different, Bonefish won't be involved with the location. We'll have a new restaurant there.
I heard the same thing, Keith.
Yeah, I guess they're not in a big rush to open because of the COVID-19. So, but they like that location, and and they're local people. They have a couple of restaurants already in the central Connecticut area. So they want to get going on it, but they're not going to jump into it and then sit there while they have no business, we'll say. So they're moving cautiously.
Do I understand correctly that the new business, the new restaurant is not related to Bonefish? Or is
That's
it related?
correct. No relationship whatsoever.
And did you say that the interest party is a Connecticut individual?
Yeah, the new party is local. They have restaurants within, I'd say, 5 miles of Newington, and also within 20 miles of Newington. So they have several restaurants, and this is just another one that they feel very strongly that it's a perfect location for what they want to do.
When I went to do a curbside pickup last week at Public Market, I noticed there's a new tattoo place where Lost Art Barbershop was. They moved to Ferraris, and Ferraris moved in the middle. So we did get a new business out of there somewhere.
Yeah, it is. It's the strangest thing going on right now because, in some regards, some businesses are suffering. Other businesses seem to see this as a great opportunity to upstart their companies, and they're proceeding.
Yeah.
I do know that the Mindful Yoga Center in Market Square, they did close, but another yoga studio opened in their spot, and they're doing classes and online. So that's still someone who was able to open and hopefully do well there.
Yeah, I think that really, in my estimation, the COVID-19 is going to dictate probably over the next 6 to 8 months what happens with those businesses that are just hanging on. If things don't get better, I think we're going to see, a significant amount of businesses close. but I think they're all hoping that this vaccine's going to help. And, you know, if it works and we get where people can go out and enjoy their free time, then I think you'll see these businesses that are struggling will hang on and be successful. But if the COVID-19 vaccine program, for whatever reason, does not produce the results that we're looking for, I think that those weaker businesses will probably go away.
Well, if I may share this, we just received a report that came to us from Johns Hopkins University and their research department that seems to indicate that those people that have received the vaccine seem to be decreasing the death rate and the hospitalization. So that seems to me like it's a pretty good indication that everything might be working.
Yeah, from what I understand, the hospitals in Connecticut are decreasing in the number of patients, and the deaths are way down. So something has changed, and it's got to be the vaccine. And I think also people are being more protective and taking less chances than they used to when they didn't believe it in the first place. But I think more people are now under the belief that we've got to protect ourselves and get the vaccines, and I think that's working.
Thank you, Keith. Anything else for Keith?
Thanks, Keith.
Well, enjoy your evening. I know you have other stuff on the agenda, so appreciate the time. Anytime you want me to come visit you, I'll be more than happy to. And hopefully it'll always be with good news. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Thank you.
okay, thank you very much. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you.
You too.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Stay healthy.
Yeah, you
Bye-bye.
guys.
Anything else? Dana, you mentioned the Facebook page and
Well, you know, we haven't really been doing anything active on it, mostly because we haven't really had anything, you know, no meetings, nothing to actively post. But it probably should have asked this while Keith was still here, but we could post links to the TPV's page so that they could see the information on that hotel.
do we want to like repost stuff from other pages? Like, I'm just thinking the chamber, or do we just want to kind of keep it? Because I'm just afraid if we
I wouldn't start posting private organizations. I would just keep
okay,
it. Okay.
keep it. Okay.
Yeah. So
We could do our brochure when we get our arms around.
Pardon me.
now if the chamber wants to post
Pardon me.
to the page
Mm-hmm.
to advertise something, that's fine. But I don't think we should be promoting the chamber.
Okay. Yes,
Is that-
Dave.
Pardon me, folks, pardon me. I apologize. My internet reception is unstable. I'm going to have to call Cox Cable because I can't hear anything and it's just coming in and out, in and out. So I'm going to just hang up. I apologize for that.
I have the same problem. Cox Cable.
Is that funny?
Okay.
Gotta go
I don't know.
go net speed. I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Except my iPad
Thank you.
won't charge.
I've got to hang up.
Okay, Dave. Thank you. Anything else about the Facebook or any other old business?
Just the brochure, because maybe we can put that out there or something to that effect if we get our arms around it in the next few months.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Because I don't think we've ever decided on the pictures. We're close.
right. Okay. Hey, Rob, you had the latest version that we emailed you. Could you email that to us again? Because I can't seem to find mine.
Yeah, I'll take a look. I know there were some photos that were going to come my way at some point.
Right.
Okay, yeah, so
Did you ever send those? Did you ever receive those?
no, I don't believe I have.
Okay, I did ask IT I'm wondering if it just got lost in the shuffle and then
Yeah.
I can
I have not
check with
received
them
any.
again.
I've not received any photos, but as soon as I do, I can get my design team on it and we can get this thing done.
Okay. Anything else for old business?
I have just a question. I just need Fernando Rosa's email address or phone number for
Okay.
the 150th committee.
Okay, I can email it to you unless Fernando wants to email it to you or say it here.
Okay,
His
thank
call
you.
on. You're muted, Fernando.
I don't see him here at all.
He's here. Scroll down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Talk, but he's Fernando. Your
Muted.
microphone. is
He's
off.
on like Eve's email you can get it from. The
Yeah,
one that
he's
Eve
on
sent
the
last week.
EDC email.
Okay.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yes.
Now you're on.
Any new business? Okay. Public participation. I kind of feel like the teacher from Ferris Bueller at this point.
No attendees, no
No.
attendees,
Rose.
no attendees.
Better call Rose. Make sure she's okay.
Commissioners' comments. I would like to take a moment to say congratulations to Fernando Rosa on his retirement. I saw that on, I can't remember where I saw it, Fernando, but congratulations. I hope you enjoy your more time away from the office.
Thank you, Teresa. Transition, I call it.
Okay, a transition.
Transition, I call it. They call it retirement. I call it transition. I'm board with the company for at least 6 more months as part of as a transition process and training. But you know, it's been a long journey, 42 years.
Wow.
Wow.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
congratulations.
Any other commissioners' comments?
Nope, I'm good. Oh, did you want me to post the information on the hotel on that site? Yes or no?
I think so.
Okay.
Do we need to take a vote on it?
No.
We might want to post it, but
Okay.
I'm not totally sure if it might be a little bit premature.
Hey, I would wait, because.
I probably would wait if you're
All right.
another month or so, especially if they're still dealing with the council and some of the.
And TPZ?
All right.
We
I
don't-
agree. I agree.
Okay,
Actually, both
so
have
there goes
completed.
our vote. Pardon me, James?
Both TPZ and town council have completed.
Okay,
It has
TPZ
been
completed
approved.
their work on the 27th.
So what is their next step at this point?
Well, they've gotten their subdivision plan and their site plan approvals. So now they're into design phase and presenting to the town building department to be able to review and get working on the site.
All right, so my suggestion would be let's wait until they go through that process, which would be another month, a month and a half. Then
Well-
we will be in a lot more positive way.
Well, it's a done deal now. We just don't know exactly what it's going to look like, though. That's all that's left. The design.
Well, the slide you saw of the rendering,
mhm.
that is the design that they proposed to council as well as TPZ.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So let's do a quick little blurb. Here's the company that will be putting the hotel on. What's the address to that site, James?
That one's 712 Cedar Street.
712. All right. And it is not part of National Welding, like everybody keeps saying.
Not part of 690.
Yes. Thank you.
Any other commissioners' comments? Okay,
I could just say one thing. is that I keep defending the extended stay America. I had an experience with people that I know that have come up here and stayed for a month, didn't have to pay taxes, didn't have to pay for anything, utilities, and visited their friends and went back to Florida. But some people are very concerned that it's going to become a welfare motel, so we have to keep that in mind.
Okay. Anyone else? Can I have a motion for adjournment?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Jay, Dana, and Jerry Lynn all agree.
Yeah,
Okay, so we will see everyone in March. And let me just look at the date.
And hopefully you'll
March
get the
3rd.
vaccine.
Yes, yes.
Just waiting to schedule.
Okay. Well, thank you all, and we will see you on Wednesday, March 3rd.
okay.
Have
Thank
a
you.
good night. Thank
All right,
you.
you
you.
too.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
I don't know how to sign off from this computer. You're gonna be in Zoom forever.
Thank you, James.
You're welcome.
Oh, there it is. Oh, total opposite side for my iPad.